Diego's the immortal VP.
Naku, lakad mo tatang!
Normally. It does, like, he's probably the main damage dealer against this Huskar, yeah, and then you get Leaned, of course. Oh, like, if the Omni Knight actually gets to wait...
And Borko, Solji is going to pick it off. There's Borko, 8 strength stolen here. He sees lots of heroes, but he's ultimately going to be able to do nothing here for the life of his hard carry, as it's going to be first blood on over towards the plenty of move speed. Is going to be able to outrun the Undying. His top lane kills actually there onto Pingu.
Yeah, I just want to say, doesn't Skyrim, and then you go into the Burning Spear for the DPS once you properly start fighting.
Bottom has dropped the Tombstone. It is a level 1 Tombstone, as that is going to be a dead Borko event. One more around there on the Arcane. Away by Realm, 125 gold on that bounty. Aftermish tanking the creep wave and dying to the creep wave. As, of course, that hero was zero armor and no damage.
Exactly. And she is very much forced to just hit everything she can with her spells right now to get her attack speed up. So you're always going to get value out of that.
Better Tombstone, as Borko, after Zor secures the last hit, is going to die to the Battle Hunger. Realm is going to once again ensure at least Borko now gets Heavenly Grace on an allied hero. He also casts it on himself. And I'm sure he's going to be...
Death only.
Okay, death only. Thank you for checking. As speaking of death, Borko is going to take...
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so a couple items.
At any rate...
Bushwhack finds 2. Sunlights, the spear is going to, well, pick up the kill onto Pingu, with the credit going to the Warden. But does threaten Afro's life as well, as bottom. We do have Zor here in a bit of a pickle. Realm is currently being ran down. Zor with the couple of, oh, he's just going to dunk a courier for the move speed, but it's not enough. Wait, vision here currently top lane. Annihilate, doesn't get jumped. Instead, they make now the play towards Sunlight. This is going to prevent the arena blood from coming through, and a dunk. Second stack of armor here for Zor. Zafro is going to be the one to tank that sharpshooter. It's still not going to save Zor, though. Because again, without the Lina nearby, or the Huskar even for that matter, they just have...
Anytime they hear that sharpshooter, you can see them immediately changing trajectory. It's great.
In trouble here is going to be the Lina. Solji.
Oh, no.
Not going to be saved by the Shadow Blade. Plenty of... Then you throw the other stun, and then you've got another Toxin on top. It just feels really
Sharpshooter.
difficult. Yeah, sharpshooter, and you better hope it's not blocked by anyone. Like, I think they could make it work, but if I was...
Sony, you can't really jump into that.
They're going to jump in. Shinra will do just that, but Realm is going to actually Manta off the life break, and Shinra with the BKB active will go into the Arena of Blood. Arena ending, but the spears make that the glaives bouncing around as Shinra stunned once. They will have the nuke damage to get through him as Zor is spinning like a helicopter thanks to the zombies, the Lunatic Flare. Like, I thought we were going to see a little bit more of that in the early game. They went for a couple of kills, but the Skywrath made with only 4 assists. As there's going to be Zor with a nice jump onto the Squirrel. They're going to try and keep her alive. In fact, they're turning back onto Zor now as the Bushwhack, sorry, the Sharpshooter that is out from the Warden is going to even increase the distance. Warden there is going to live. So he removes the Dispel from himself, and now Shinra BKBs as Pingu has gotten a little bit of bonus HP onto him. 3,500 HP now for the Huskars as BKB wears off. He's just going to abandon his team fight. Still alive, in fact, is Sunlight as Solji BKBs up, trying to fight inside the arena. That's not going too well. Borko is going to die there to at least the Arcane Bolt. They have managed to catch Solji there.
Now, at some point in the future, we're getting our toolkit together.
It's a good word here, Felt. Their smokes are going to break eventually, and they might be scouted by this Observer. Zor, not quite. He's going to go unseen and actually find a Squirrel. That is going to be a very easy kill. Raindrops or not, I don't believe you're going to be saved from all that magic damage. However, Annihilate is going to be free to TP away, because even though Solji's smoke did break there on the Viper, he didn't quite detect him. Shinra now.
Shinra
is jumping on in. BKB active, but he no longer is looking to turn. He's no longer eager to turn either, as Viper as well with an Eye of Scotty. So it's not just the Luna now who provides this threat. Zor is going to be in a bit of trouble as the LSA does connect at least onto Annihilate. Silenced up, but now BKB is going to be this Viper, as Zor is going to be forced to proc his own BKB here in response to the Eclipse, which is going to basically be nullified, but they still get through the axe. Borko now looking to team fight a little bit more. He's already dropped his Tombstone. Continue making a bit of space as Realm is going to be able to live through the Mystic Flare. Borko now being jumped now by Shinra, who has no BKB, but they do manage to slice through the Lina there. Shinra with a big old magic wand still alive here. Pingu doing a great job here with the dispels. and KBU are unable to string together the lockdown, the nuke dance. The last time Avo and I discussed this, we had a lot of experts in Twitch chat on medieval arms. Which is very much an interesting conversation. From behind, Feltz smoked up. However, they have shown now, and KBU did smoke a little bit later. They're going to run right into Solji, who does Silver Edge. The call from Axe onto 2. They're going to be able to nuke through the Undying. Both support's dead for KBU, and now Solji BKB's up, disarmed and in trouble here. As into the arena goes Shinra, taunted up. It's going to be Iron Island, but his BKB protecting him here, at least from some magic damage. Not for long, however, as Afro still ends up getting the kill onto him. They have lost Solji, but now BKB'd up. It's going to be Realm, but he just melts. Dunked by Zor, in fact. 3 dead, 4 for KBU after the buyback from the Warden, and he's now on the run. Mystic Flare, not quite enough damage to nuke through him. Dual Scepter to at least dispel the silence, but Zor looking for a second dunk will be denied there by the Bushwhack, but it doesn't change the outcome, Kips. 5 dead overall for KBU. As Feltz, even though they're the ones to get jumped, turn things around.
Had what's the name of the aura again?
It's back on the Ag Shard. I was going to ask, hold that thought. Yeah. MMR Tourist pops the BKB. He's going to at least, maybe get through Afro. Oh, into the arena goes Shinra with the taunt now onto MMR Tourist. But Shinra falling quite low. Wants to get out of this fight. Zor has already used the call, and it hasn't really done too well here. The Bushwhack missed. That's going to allow Rump to get back jump, but they have at least gotten through the Huskar once. He got buyback, and Zor's TP is canceled. They dispatch a Pingu, and it seems like this time Feltz gone a bit too far. KBU pick up 4 without losing anyone, and Kips, this could time perfectly with third Roche. We're going to have to wait a couple of seconds to see when the big man's back. It will be a long Roche. Okay. Using the team a mini stun. Sorry, the Eclipse mini stun, which is still on loose. Shinra does get jumped.
Solji is just on
does have BKB, and in fact he's going to turn right back onto Annihilate. They have dispatched of Solji because he was trying to go from behind. Zor with a nice call here onto Annihilate, as Sunlight is going to at least BKB up. They've gotten through the Viper, doesn't have buyback, but they've also, more importantly, nuked through Shinra Huskar. That's a dieback for him. Pingu is now going to at least pop the G8, the only thing he could do, as his Huskar winning without him. Warden is going to be the last left on the high ground here. 4-step forward from Pingu. He throws the Hammer of Purity, Kips, and he picks up the kill onto the Warden. Try doing that with DJ Aura.
And that actually, the fact that they managed to get the Viper kill there with the double Aghanims, like the...
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to do with that.
Neither does anyone else. Anyway, up to the high ground here, and broken now is going to be Realm, Mystic Flare, but of course 4-staff will get him to safety. Falls the Glimmer. The call from Axe is not going to connect. And the fight kicking off now is Shinra, perhaps in a bit of trouble. His BKB quickly going to be wearing off, and they hit him with the Viper Strike. Solji focusing on the Tombstone is going to allow Realm to push up to the high ground here. Still on his first life. No BKB, but conserving the Aegis until the next Silver Edge crit here. Out from Solji. They have caught him with the Bushwhack. Borko, however, has already lost his Tombstone in the fight. As the Axe call from the 4-stop forward on the Zor. They've got Realm with all the damage in the world. They've nuked him down now. Shinra being held down. The Hunter's Boomerang is going to amp the damage he takes, but he's still alive. As Sunlight here cannot finish him off alone. Steel Borko dunked in the sidelines here by Zor as they've gotten through Sunlight. That's a dieback for him. And the Warden's the only one who remains in the fight here. Annihilate going to buy back. The blink forward now from Afro. And it seems like they're not going to quite be able to get through. No, they will. Zor can't get the dunk, but now with 9 stacks of the Culling Blade. Oh my goodness, what the heck happened in that team fight?
Radiant's courier has been
killed. I think the biggest deal there is that they're juggling the damage between the Huskers.
Seems like it's just going to be a little bit too little too late, Kips. Buyback going to be ready here just about at the same time this throne's going to fall. There's going to be the buyback. They're focusing the throne, though, broken without attacking to Shinra, but Solji's got more than ample damage. That is going to be Feltz. The see and saw. They came, they saw, they conquered, didn't they? Game 1 is going to be a victory for Feltz.
And what a bumpy ride it was for them, though. I don't think that I've seen a game that's been this back and forth in a long, long time.
Lash early, right? Tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Just no comment on that, just tiny.
Oh!
Wow, speaking of heroes that are largely ignored.
But why, though? And not why are they ignored, but why are they... And then this is an offline Weaver. Maybe they've even promoted him because of the Void pick, and they're going to Russian Aghanims here. Excellent versus Chrono.
Annihilate, tossed back by Afro. Ice Shards here are pretty decent. They even dodge a little bit of the damage out from the stun. Fairy Fire committed, but Pingu You're the one to pick up.
Wave Waves meeting just in the lane.
Toss mid.
The Warden
Afro
is the first one to...
just runs in. The toss back is perfect
It's a
here.
fast rotation.
Annihilate is going to die. Steel Borko does TP on in, but can't save him with the Nightmare. It's a second death here already for Annihilate.
Dang, I'm glad you got your eyes on the map, because that is a extremely fast rotation from Aframoosh. We were talking about Tusk rotating, but
Cliff.
the Tiny has been sitting here. This was his route in.
Trying to live. There's a meld at the ready, which will hit him, but he is very tanky. Ooh, dying to creeps. He's going to be dying to creeps there. What do these guys do? Do they break? They do.
Yes, they do. A little bit of a... Well, I think that's a win for him, honestly.
Yeah, actually.
Not
He's up to level 6 already. Has taken that point in the Pulse Nova. Still no points in Edicts, as he's going to give lots of damage here to Warden, who might just be dead. He's going to need a snowball, I think. Oh, Shinra says, oh, we're going this way, right?
Radiant's middle tower is under
And
attack.
down he goes.
You merge with the impurity.
Could be a kill for him. Wagon getting in a couple of free tower shots. And there's even still a null talisman. Soldier's just right back in this top lane as well.
Yeah, so it tastes like a strategic decision then. It's like, if we bring another core to this lane now, then Soldier's going to have to move, and we don't actually want him to move. We're farming all three lanes as much as we want right now.
As there's going to be the Avatar into the level 1 Ice Path, but it's a level 3 Dual Breath, which is going to be more than enough damage. However, Nightmare to set up for the return kills now onto Pingu, as Realm has now finally called the rotation on over. Macropyre, I think, is genuinely just to nuke the wave, as well as to do any damage to Realm if he wants to farm in that Macropyre, which he decides hurts a little bit too much. So,
Occupying
Radiant's bottom tower.
contested lanes.
Realm has Chrono. He walks to the level 1 Ice Path, not too scared of that. They will get the Avalanche kill onto Borko, which means that this tag team's going to go unutilized by the Warden. Realm just getting kited right now, and now there are many heroes chasing after him. Only level 2 here in the Time Walk, as they've now nuked through the Warden. The Tusk has been clubbed there by the Templar Assassin. Bottom has been taken as well by Shinra, as he looks perhaps for a kill onto Sunlight, but without a Yules to set up, it's a little difficult. Oh, never mind. Not that difficult, as he does catch him. Shinra, though, limited by the mana. Might still have enough damage here for MMR Tourist. No, okay, he will live. But just barely.
And there's another bottle charge here.
Now as they smoke out of the jungle and have got their sights set here for this tier 1 top lane, where Pingu still currently keeping this thing alive. Looks like they have vision, and they have now the jump onto Shinra. They look to get the kill onto him, and they will nuke through him 100-0 flat. Annihilate, not catching it with anything, but there's going to be the blink reveal, and a big one with the Orchid on the Weaver. No escape for Annihilate. Good ice shards here, at least hold back this tidal wave that is felt.
Right? Just drive it home. There's the only AoE defense that they have in this choke point is Faceless Void. He does not want to join. Just ring the bell, try and see how many you can get home, and you know, if they don't bring enough, then you just push your base right now.
Right now.
I'm loving this.
Enough seems to be Faceless Void, and now he is finally teleporting back. Storm's going to make the jump in, looking to set things up, but the blink back from... Oh, the blink forward? Oh, they found him! They found the Faceless Void in the trees, and they've shut him down. He's got buyback, and he's going to immediately be back in, but he's going to run. So there's going to be now at least a really solid kill on the first life. There's a Chronosphere at the ready here. It's going to be erected now, and they've got at least a Jakira with this as well. Solji in a bit of trouble. It has gotten the refraction up. They're going to be able to tick through his charges with ease and take down the TA a second to time. Charges.
Yeah, it's weird that you don't get any mana regen out of it anymore at all.
No way, right? There's no way Zor solo kills. No way, right? Okay, that was a lot closer than I think Realm was hoping for it to be. He's got another time walk in 2 seconds, but Shinra looking to close the door, and with Afro making the jump in, it's going to be a kill onto the safe laner with the dieback penalty applied here.
Yikes. And that's going to be your last.
Really just felt having been focusing on other aspects of their gameplay, and for good reason. as they've now amassed a
Can you
14k
smoke
net
here?
worth lead, but a good smoke out of the base here. They've got the Chronosphere ready to go. They don't even need it for the kill there onto the hard carry, but they're continuing to now lock down the base of Void. A Nightmare save here. Is that enough to get him out of dodge? It is for now, but he's going to look to turn Realm. He's going to throw up the Chronosphere, and that's going to be enough at least to get through Shinra. No, he doesn't have the confidence, so he's going to go down to the magic damage. Zor is going to be the only core alive, as he still focuses now onto Steel Borko. Annihilate completely out of mana, so no hopes for him to rejoin the fight. So even with a nice initiation there onto the Templar this next engagement. Anything else that this Faceless Void has? No, he's gone for the Manta Kips.
I was waiting to say it. I was like, okay, Storm has a BKB, surely Realm also has his BKB, it's the Manta style.
The fight.
He wants damage as well,
Top
right?
lane. Afro
Oh,
in
no.
trouble, but he's still got the kill into one, and now with the Orchid onto Annihilate, they clear the Beetle, it's going to allow him to jump away at the very least. Chrono is ready. Zor simply time lapses, and in fact, they've set up for a stun here, a short one at least onto Realm, but he does manage to dodge the Earth, the split Earth, and now a decent Chrono, which also catches his Tusk, is going to at least allow him to get a kill. Solji from outside Chrono almost gets through Realm. Templar Assassin as the Gleipnir from Zor coming into play here alongside his Orchid, picks up the kill onto the Warden. That's Chrono now committed. They're not going to have it up for this Roshan fight, which will be else. Only one objective remains other than the throne, and that is going to be then the tier 3 bottom. 100 HP, 100% HP rather on this tower, as Felt will now start to put the work in onto him. They can make the jump now. Good Nightmare, but it still sets him up for more stuns. Snowball save is pretty good. He's going to at least save Realm for now, and he's going to maybe look for a Chrono to time walk in, but he is just ticking down. He's ticking away, and he's just died dead for an entire minute without buyback Kips. No Chronosphere. They will at least get through the Lesh's first life, but it's cost them 2 buybacks. His Sunlight is cut through just as quick on his second life as he is on his first, as Borko keeps himself alive at the very least thanks to the Nightmare, but inside his Fountain, he's not even going to be able to live. Zor using the vision from the Swarm to pick up the kill. And that is certainly Megas, if not just quite simply the game.
It is. If there's a buyback on this Faceless Void now, they might be baiting. No.
Jeez.
The Warden doesn't want to do
They
anymore.
are not baiting Kips. That is going to be the series. Felts are going to win 2-0.
Yeah, very, very deservedly so as well.